Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Payne. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for the defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Noble. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw, it's Allen.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. From midfield, here's Allen. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Foster Moreau, 50 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I went, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. On 1st down, Noble. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Now for the point after. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. If they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
Now Osweiler on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Again to Henry. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3 catches for him now in the 1st half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down. Osweiler now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And a handoff to Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Osweiler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now Brown, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Throwing is Allen on third. And Tate's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Allen. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the first down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for them.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was devastating.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Henry, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Powers through him. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen, and Hill with it over the middle. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Demario Davis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Throwing, Osweiler. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now it's Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Now it's Osweiler. Jordan Reed has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10-yard. And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Osweiler, an excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. To throw is Osweiler. 11 more on that one and another first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, Osweiler. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. To throw again is Osweiler. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Brock Osweiler now heading out there to get set to go here on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll run it again with Henry. Fights loose. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And got a man. It's Woods. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Break. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Yo.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Osweiler. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now it's Osweiler. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Osweiler, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Point after, right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Allen. Throw left side, complete. It's Payne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, 50. To throw again on second down. Allen. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Allen. Over the middle, complete to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From midfield, here's Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
49 the mic, watch 49. Let's go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Henry. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Osweiler to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So after the INT, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now Allen, 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He'll look to throw. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here's Brock Osweiler and the Texan offense getting set to go. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Get it.
Here's Osweiler. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
And do so. 59, like the 59. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Throwing now is Osweiler. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Osweiler. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know...
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. First throw of overtime for Allen. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And these Bills make...
The Steelers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock.